Hello everyone, my name is Kor. I'm originally from the Republic of South Sudan. I left my country, South Sudan, as a refugee, and I fled to Egypt. I was in the year 1999. I've been in Egypt seeking asylum, and in 2001 I came to the United States of America as a refugee. I'm a father and I'm also a pastor here in Cactus, Texas. Today we are celebrating an important day. The United Nations initiated this day in 2001, which is World International Refugee Day. It was designated to remember and to celebrate refugees all over the world, to celebrate their endurance and to celebrate what they have gone through, to celebrate their life as they have refuged to different countries. And the day is today, which is June 20th of 2022. For myself, as a refugee, I would like to remind people that refugees, as we remember, they fled their countries because of wars, but some refugees also fled their countries because of the persecutions. And the importance of this day is that to let the people aware that refugees are just people like anybody else. And the difference is that they fled their countries and they sought refuge. And the theme for this year, as the United Nations put it, is the right to seek safety. So refugees are people who are seeking safety, and they deserve a better life wherever they go. We had a civil war in Sudan. Back then it was Sudan, and it was a bitter civil war, and I was 14 years old. Then there were no schools and no education, and the war was very bitter. So I left my country, South Sudan, and I fled to Egypt. And I stayed in Khartoum for some years, and then I went to Egypt. In Egypt, I submitted my application to the United Nations office in Cairo, and I told them that I'm seeking asylum. So they interviewed me, and it took about a year, and then they accepted me as a refugee, and I came to this country in 2001. And that's how I ended coming here, because of the civil war that we had in my country, Sudan by then, and now it's South Sudan. As Christians, it's our commission, as God told us in the Bible, that we have what we call the Great Commission. The Bible commissions us as Christians to go all over the world and preach the gospel. But now we thank God that God now is bringing people all over the world into our country, into this great country, the United States of America. And now, as we call this country the melting pot of the world, and because we know that most of the people who are coming from different countries are needing first, they need first is for safety. But as Christians, we know the first needs that we know that they need is spiritual needs. So as Christians here in the United States of America and in Cactus, our journey and our mission is to reach out to these people that God brought to us here in this country, making sure that they have good life as they are looking for, but we also keeping in mind that we need to give them the spiritual needs, which is, to me, is priority. My message to our Christian brothers and sisters, and especially those who are supporting our ministry in Cactus, is that maybe you were thinking that I would like to go, and I would like to go all over the world and to go as a missionary. And to me, I would like to tell you that, as I said earlier, that God brought these refugees here to us. So you don't have to go all over the world, but if you can go. But you can also serve them here by praying for our center, praying for our staff, because we are here hosting maybe more than 27 nationalities all over the world. They are here in Cactus. And we also are in need of material. If you could help us financially, that you can, that you possibly can do, that means you have reached the people all over the world, that you have reached the refugees, and God brought them to us here. So our job is to pray for these refugees, that they can, so they can know God, and we can meet their needs, because it's in hand. So we want to reach out to them so they can know God, and we also want to meet their needs. So in doing this, we need your help, prayer and finances. Thank you so much.